Sleeper cell activation code. LARP.
Admin Airsoft.
If you can hear us, please,
Admin Airsoft.
please save me.
All Airsofters, find your mom's credit card and use my affiliate links.
Can't just battle me.
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the Admin Airsoft podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. My name is Paul Muad'Diab-Atreides, and this is episode 2 of the Admin Airsoft podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming back. I got a lot of good feedback on the first episode. People really seem to enjoy that. I really enjoy making this, so there will definitely be more to come in the future. In all seriousness, guys, thank you so much for the feedback. Appreciate that. Episode 1 was a success. I was a little unsure kind of which direction that was going to go in. But all in all, people seem to enjoy my kind of 30-minute yap sesh, and so I'm back with another one, and see we're going to find out if I'm going to lose all you guys on this one. We got some good topics to talk about on this episode. If you guys want to support the page, support the podcast, there are some links down below, some affiliate links that you can use. There's some coupon codes, saving codes that you can use if you're shopping SS Airsoft, Blue Mag Airsoft, or Scum Customs. And of course, we have t-shirts now. Big shout out to Mini Dom and Holiday for the help with this. T-shirts links are down below. We have 4 designs on minidom.com. Feedback on those have been great as well. So thank you so much to everyone who has purchased a shirt so far. It is greatly appreciated. All right, gentlemen, let's get into it. I want to pick up on a topic that I was talking about during episode 1, which is LCT. The question that I want to ask everyone watching and listening is LCT still the top dog? Because I don't think that it is. LCT, if you've been playing Airsoft for any amount of years, any amount of time, you know that it's been kind of held as, if you're an AK guy, like the LCT is like the golden grail, right? I gotta fix my lighting. Hold on, folks. Gotta fix the lighting here. It is kind of the holy grail of AKs. Externally, the guns that they make are amazing. No doubt about it whatsoever. Beautiful steel, beautiful wood, well constructed. No points deducted whatsoever. The issue I have with LCT is their internals. Their internals really aren't that special. I'm going to be honest. I'm not impressed. You pay around, I want to say it's like $400 for a gun, and you're getting internals that are like almost 6, 8, maybe even 10 years old. We're talking, and I'm sure some tech guys are going to come down in the comments here and being, kind of critique me, which you absolutely can. I'd love to hear your take. I've been told that their gearbox shells are very sought after. They're really very well constructed. But as your average Joe, I have never been impressed with the internal work of an LCT. I recently bought one off my Discord for around $300. I think that's a decent price. And immediately I was like, okay, I'm giving this to my tech. We're getting a new motor. We're getting a new hop-up, new barrel. We're getting some type of MOSFET built in there. We're getting it wired to Deans. The stock LCT internals are just, I don't know. They're not good, especially when you compare it to kind of the past, call it, like 6 months. We have Arcturus has come out with their AK-12 platform. You might not like AK-12s, that's fine. But you can't deny that the internal work of Arcturus is spectacular from what I've heard. So you have them, you have Specna Arms. They sent me one of their AKs to review. I was very impressed with it. There was obviously some issues with double feeding after 1,000 or so rounds that was fixed, but that comes quick change spring that comes with it has a MOSFET pre-installed wired to Deans. I would argue that the Specna AK is a very modern AK airsoft gun. E&L, another good one. I would say on par when it comes to externals with LCT. The price is probably, I have them pulled up right here. I have an LCT AKM and I have an E&L AKM. E&L is $280 on eVic, and the LCT is $395. So you have, let's call it, for sake of argument, $100 difference between two almost identical guns when it comes to externals. But from what I've been told, the E&L internals far exceed the LCT. So as a consumer, if I'm thinking of, okay, maybe I played with a SEMA AK for a while. SEMA's good, right? You could hang out to that. You can maybe upgrade it. Let's say I kind of want to go to the next level, right? People keep saying, oh, LCT, go check out LCT. If I check out LCT and I see the prices, and then I look at a company like E&L, which has the same external build, I'm going to go like, hey, wait a minute. What am I paying the extra $100 for? And again, remember, this podcast is just my terrible take on everything. So by all means, argue with me in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take. If you're a tech, would love to hear what you have to say about LCT. All this to say, I don't think that LCT is the top dog anymore. I think that if you're an AK guy, you have better options when it comes to the price, at least. Again, externally, great gun. You want to do some work on that, you're going to have an amazing replica to use. But I don't know, man. I don't. LCT, I'm sorry if you can hear the rain in the background. It's storming here in Florida. LCT is just, it's got some major competition, to be honest with you. And I don't think that it's really number one anymore. If I were to recommend an AK, I'd go, hey, go check out E&L. Maybe you're a beginner or an intermediate. I go, hey, go check out Specna Arms. I've heard that they fixed their double feeding issues with some of the new batches. So I don't know. LCT. Again, I've owned the ASVL. I own the RPD that you see behind me. I've owned like 2 of their AKMs. So I am by all means an LCT fanboy, but I don't know if I could really recommend it to someone who's looking to kind of take the AK game to the next step. Jeez, it is coming down here in Florida, folks. Anyways, would love to hear all your thoughts on this. I know that some of the some of you AK boys follow me, so let me know what y'all have to say. Damn, y'all hear that? I'm gonna be quiet for a minute so you guys can listen to this rain ASMR with Admin Airsoft. Shit is coming down, dude. Holy shit. Anyways, that's my hot take on LCT and the Airsofts. Replicas as a whole. So you guys obviously sent in some topics. I got a few questions on I think it was Discord and Instagram about growing an airsoft page and kind of how to go about it. I am by no means kind of the go-to guy when it comes to breaking down social medias, the ins and outs, and like the marketing schemes and stuff like that. What I will say is there has been, I don't know if I would call it a rumor. I think it's kind of been confirmed at this point. I was talking to Combat Casual, a buddy of mine who you should absolutely go check out. He said that TikTok is now creating a photo app. Regardless of where you stand politically on TikTok, it is an absolute powerhouse of a platform, to the point where you've seen Meta, YouTube, and just about every single app that's anybody trying to replicate what they have created. I post a lot of photos on TikTok. I post some of my shorts, although I mainly do photography. I've had some success there. There's obviously some censorship that happens regardless of where you post, if you're posting a toy gun or a real gun, which is too bad. That's a whole another topic. If and when this TikTok photo app comes out, I'm going to throw some money down and say that it's over for Instagram. Instagram is kaputs. Again, I can't pull out statistics. This is just my shitty 2 cents. But when it comes to video, I mean, TikTok is the go-to. You don't hear anyone go like, yo, dude, I was scrolling Instagram Reels last night, brother. You don't. People say, oh, I was on TikTok last night. I found XYZ. When was the last time you heard someone, yo, YouTube Shorts is where it's at, man? You probably haven't heard that. Maybe you've heard it a few times, but in reality, when it comes to video and shorts, TikTok is just, it's a powerhouse. Again, regardless of how you feel about the platform, there's a lot of shady shit happening there. It is what it is, and when we live in this age where short form media is kind of beginning to take over, and TikTok by all means is the go-to platform when it comes to that. So once this photo app comes out for TikTok, I will more than likely be checking that out. I will probably be on there, but I really do think it's Jover for Instagram. If TikTok has a photo and video app, maybe they might be separate, maybe they might be together. I have no idea. I think it's done. I think Meta is already kind of like on the run, and there's been a fire that's been lit underneath them, and I don't think they're able to catch up. I think talking to a lot of you guys, myself included, who lost my main page a couple months ago, a lot of people are frustrated with Meta when it comes to posting our toy guns and playing dress up. For whatever reason, the Meta algorithm cannot distinguish between a toy gun and then the amount of like real world gore, the sex bots, the scams, and just all the shitty shit that is on Instagram. It's I could have a whole episode where I just talk about like Instagram as an app as a whole, and the shit that I can't post. I can't post like a gun, a toy gun with an orange tip without it being flagged or even taken down. But meanwhile, I see, I get probably 20 spam messages from like sex bots, like, oh, click here. And then, damn, like I've seen people like literally die on that app. So anyways, you can tell that I have some thoughts on that. I don't want to sound like it's all doom and gloom. I do think that there is a formula that you can kind of abide by if you're looking to grow on Instagram. I don't think that it's kind of like the go-to anymore. Back in 2020, maybe like 2019 through maybe 2021, when I was first posting content, there would be times when some of my stuff would make it to the explore page and I'd get thousands and thousands of likes and I'd get new followers, brought onto my page. That is unheard of nowadays. I would say if you're looking to grow, look at the story, someone's story as the new explore page, especially if you're posting any type of like replica or firearm or something like that. The best way to grow is to get to, make something that is going to be shared out by your friends, and then their friends' friends are going to share that out. That's kind of the best way I've found. If you're looking to meet new people online, that sounded like I'm like as Craigslist or something. If you're looking for a way to grow your page, is to go through that way, because your stuff just unfortunately isn't going to be on the explore page anymore. Hashtags don't work at all. I would actually actively avoid hashtags, because a lot of the times, like stuff like Airsoft, milsim, whatever kind of like airsofty hashtags that you would use are actually flagged by Instagram. And so when you use those hashtags, that kind of sends out a beacon to Instagram and says, hey, this post is posting something that goes against our community guidelines. Big air quotations for people who are listening. So again, I could do a whole like 40 minutes on Instagram and how I feel. Bottom line, it's not all doom and gloom. There's an amazing community here on Instagram, as well as Facebook and across the board. It's hard to find those people. Talk to your buddies, share content, like, comments. If there's a creator that you like, interact with them, send them a DM. I can speak from experience that just talking to people and just having like daily conversations about some new weapon platform that's coming out. Maybe there's like an event coming up. It's the best thing ever. I do this because I like talking to people. I like going to events. I like meeting people who I've been talking to online for a couple of months. I like meeting them in person. That a good buddy of mine, Radar, who's up in New York. We followed one another like 2 years ago, and I met him for the first time. It was like, we met in person, I think like 2 years ago at AMS, Reindeer Games. So stuff like that is super cool. Anyways, TikTok app might be coming out. TikTok photo app may be coming out. When it does, I'll probably be on there. I think it's important not to put all your eggs in one basket. I've talked to some people who are like, "Oh, I just want to be on Instagram." I would strongly recommend not just being on Instagram, because if you lose your Instagram account, kind of what's the backup plan, you know? I would do. I mean, it's tough pickings. TikTok, YouTube. I want to say Reddit, but it's like, Reddit, really? I feel like if you are a video type of guy, you have some good choices, but photos can be a little bit trickier to post and kind of get out there and get your stuff circulating. So I don't know. It's an interesting topic. That's just kind of what I feel about it, and that would be my dad advice to you. Again, might be terrible advice. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm just some dude on the internet that you are listening to talk about an Airsoft podcast. So that say that as you will. Take that as you will. Speaking of photos, I have been working on a YouTube video for like 4 months now on how to take a good photograph. I have written a script for it probably like 3 or 4 times, and I keep rewriting it. I think what I'm going to do is just, because I'll get some questions from time to time being like, hey, how do you take a photograph? My stuff that tends to do well is when I take a kit or I take a replica and I put it on my garage floor, kind of a nice clean background, snap some photos. That's that. I think what I'm going to do for this YouTube video is just find a day or an afternoon where I can just walk you through this. Like take my phone and just record myself doing what I do, give some commentary to it. I'm hoping, so this is kind of geared more towards beginner photographers who are looking for like a little bit of advice. Please know that I'm not like a professional. I'm just a hobbyist who enjoys doing this. So I can't break down like, oh, you're going to want to be shooting in this aperture with this exposure. I know a lot of people shoot on their phones, which is a totally doable thing. I'm recording this on my iPhone. So by all means, you don't need to go out and buy like a, $600, $700 camera to do this. So anyways, that video is coming. I've been working on it for like months now. I kind of just need to find an afternoon to do that. So keep that in the back of your head. So we had a viewer send in, I want to say it was on Discord, asking about having multiple guns versus like 1 or 2 with upgrades. Let me get some water here first. I think that this is a trap that a lot of new players fall into. I did it when I first started playing. My first gun was a Camo, however you want to pronounce it, AK-74U. I played with that for probably a month, and then I just got the bug, and I went out. I bought like an ASVAL. I bought an MCX. I bought like 3 or 4 different airsoft guns, like right off rip, just because I was like I want this gun. This gun's cool. I'm gonna get that. I would highly advise against this. It took me like 3 years to realize, like, okay, wait a minute. Let me buy one gun, and then instead of buying another gun for $300, I take that $300 and I put it towards internal upgrades or external upgrades, mainly internal upgrades, because that's what's more important, I would say. I feel like a lot of players go out and they buy like 6 guns, in like the span of a couple of months. I would strongly recommend not doing that. Saving up your money, get like 2 guns that you really like, and then begin to work on internal upgrades for that. That will change your life. All right. A finely tuned gun by a tech who knows. Oh, also, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it to don't crack it open yourself. I made that mistake with my RPK 16, and I ruined like a $700 F2 engine, and I had to sell it to Diddy on the Ghost Frogs. So please don't do that. Pay a tech good money to open up your gun and work on it. It's going to make your life so much easier. So I am a big fan of just like 1 or 2 guns with upgrades. Obviously, I have a few back here. I got the FAL coming back from Scum Customs here shortly, which is going to be a good time. We're gonna do some cool stuff with that. So stay tuned. All right, we're gonna switch it up here. One of the big questions that I got this week was someone was asking to rate camos that I would eat because they look yummy. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna bust out the computer here, and we're going to rate some camos on if I would eat them or not. All right, gentlemen, the rain has stopped. We are recording. Let's get into ranking these camos. All right, so right off the bat, chocolate chip cookie is going to go in S tier just because of the name. I would absolutely munch on this camo like it's no one's business. All right, some of these I'll probably skip over just because I just probably wouldn't eat. I don't know how to like put into words how I would eat or not eat these camos. I'd say second, we're going to go with multicam. Multicam is an interesting one. I feel like it's like the safest bet. It looks like it's like a healthy salad, you know, but like you're at a fast food joint and you're getting a salad. So I'll give it a B tier just because I feel like it's a safe bet for the most part. This looks like an M81. I'm going to put this A tier, man. That looks healthy. It looks nutritious. It looks like I'm going to eat it. I'm going to feel great afterwards. And I'm going to be able to get up to some nefarious deeds after consuming that camo. I'm going to put 2 of these next to one another because like I think they're like the same. Oh, dude, the camo nerds are going to go insane if I misgender a camo. It's going to be crazy. All right, we got AOR 1 and 2 here. AOR 2... I might put it as a B tier just because it has that guacamole kind of like relish type look to it, which I'm a fan of. So I'm going to keep it up there. I don't know what this is. We're going to put this D. Not a fan of that look. I'm getting like knockoff vibes from that. It's like Instant Classic is like the knockoff like no name brand at like Kroger or something like that. So that's going to go D. This is like a UPC something. I don't know what that is. That's going to go D. That just looks dry, man. It looks like I'd be like eating cement or something like that. I want to say this is like a Lizard Greek camo, maybe? I'd eat that. I'm gonna put S on that. Am I though? Yeah, no, let's keep it S. M90, forever in my heart. Nah, I'm gonna go A with that. It looks like a nice Dorito shape, so we're gonna keep it like that. What is it? This is like a British DPM. I'm gonna say A. Oh, what is that? See, I can't read it on the white on yellow. Keep that as a seal. Seal? A C. We got Multicam Tropic. I feel like this is a step above just regular multicam, so I'm gonna put an A. I feel like I'm leaning towards kind of the green camos a little bit in here. Just because I think of like a salad or a guacamole almost. I want to say that's like the Canadian relish camo, maybe. All right, we got all these desert camos. When I see the tan, I just think of like a drywall, or it's like you're eating sand. This looks like a multicam. I'm gonna do, or a multicam variant, I should say. We got multicam arid. Yeah, I'm gonna be lame and just put all these like. Was that Marpat, and then we got AOR 1. Ooh. AOR 1 or Desert Marpat. I can't. I'm not cultured enough to tell the difference between the two. I'm gonna say D, man. Honestly, I'm gonna say D. All right, we're gonna save and download that. I'm gonna post that on the Discord and see how many of you see what you delinquents have to say about that before the podcast come out. Guys, Discord is in the comment section down below. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Spotify. Good luck finding it. There should be a link in my Instagram or something like that. Okay, we're going to stop recording. I'm going to name this file and we are going to keep moving. All right, guys, last but not least. All right, so someone on the Discord brought up face shots and Face Pro. If you have gotten shot in the face before, it's not an enjoyable experience. But at the same time, Face Pro, or I should say the majority of options that we have for Face Pro is kind of like, it's so-so. I run the MB Tactical Mask. What I've done is I've added some like elastic straps to the side of it so it can wrap around my ears so I don't have to wear a balaclava. If you're in a hot climate, wearing Face Pro kind of sucks because it's almost guaranteed to fog up your eye pro to some extent. So while I wear Face Pro, and I would recommend that people wear Face Pro, I can understand not wearing it too. Because it's uncomfortable. It's like another thing that you have to keep track of. You have to go spend money on something. You know, I would say at the very least, like a mouth guard is nice to have. Just because I've seen guys who are like, "Well, I'm not running Face Pro. Fuck that," and then they get shot in the tooth, and then there's a couple $1,000s that you now have to spend on reconstructing your tooth at the dentist. So definitely not an enjoyable experience. You know, when I don't wear Face Pro, the mouth guard goes in. You know, face shots happen. I would say 99% of the time they're accidental to the point where you are poking your head out over a barrier. Your head or your face is going to get shot if you're doing that. I've seen people complain about it. If there's someone who is like actively going for face shots, I would say that's a little scummy. Like if you have the opportunity to shoot somewhere, like you have a full body silhouette and you purposely go for the face, you're kind of an asshole in my book. But then again, on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you are someone who sticks your head out from around a tree, gets popped in the face, and then complains about it, and you're not wearing Face Pro, I made a meme about this. Cover it up or suck it up. Getting shot in the face is not fun. Hearing people complain about getting shot in the face while they're not wearing Face Pro is also not fun. So to each their own when it comes to that. Again, Face Pro, not a fun time to have to throw it on. But especially if you're indoors, I would strongly recommend it if you're outside. Also, I mean, you guys are grown adults, or at least the majority of you are, I would hope. So you can do what you want. And with that, we're going to end it there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching episode 2. I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you everyone who sent in a topic to talk about. You know, like I said, this is just kind of a yap sesh at the end of the day, and me sharing the love that I have for this hobby. I hope that you guys were able to enjoy this just to some extent. If you did, let me know. If you didn't and you think there's room for improvement, also let me know. I'm all ears. I'm constantly looking for ways to improve this podcast. There will definitely be more of this in the future. I'm hoping to do this weekly. Again, t-shirts are available if you want to support this page. There's some affiliate links down below that you can click on. And if you want to save some money on SS, Blue Mag Airsoft, and Scum Custom, there is a coupon code that you can use, which gives me a little bit of kickback. So take a look. It's an easy way to support the page. Thank you for stopping by. Guys, that's all I got. I'll see you on the field. Thank you.